Hello, everyone. It's nice to meet you all once again, and I hope you all are keeping safe. Body, mind, spirit is aligned and here to fight another day. So I've been getting a few questions in my YouTube comment section. Also, some of you all have sent me an email with some queries, which is both welcome. And there are a couple which I thought is quite interesting, and I thought of talking about them. So here's the first question, and I think this is one that was sent through an email. So the question goes as, are exalted planets supposed to do good for me? I'm going through a exalted Sani period, so Saturn is exalted. Shouldn't it do good for me? Well, there is a lot of confusion or differences of opinion when it comes to exalted planets. So exalted is normally not in its own sign. For example, Saturn gets exalted in Libra, 20 degrees, when its own house is Capricorn and Aquarius. So in Aquarius, Saturn is in its Mula Trikona, again, 20 degrees in Aquarius, whereas exaltation happens in a different house owned by Venus. And that also happens at 20 degrees, which is in Libra. So exalted malefic planets such as Saturn or the planet Mars, which is about 50% malefic. Rahu is 75% malefic, but it doesn't really have its own house. So there is no real Mula Trikona, there's no real exaltation for Rahu Ketu. So they are shadow planets. They are not, they don't move around in the physical realm. So they don't really ascertain or require our analysis. But exalted Saturn, let me tell you this: a malefic planet shouldn't get strong, shouldn't increase in its strength. Why? It'll do more malefic for you. It's kind of like a gangster, right? Just think of a gangster in the Godfather series of the 70s, right? Just take that, you know, as an example. And imagine if that mafia or that gangster has gone bust, he's gone bankrupt. His or her ability to do negative things has reduced. And that is what is required for a negative planet. I mean, now just moving along to the Vedic astrology sense. Negative planets, the more powerful they become, the more evil they can do for you. So exaltation is good for positive planets, benefics like Venus or Jupiter. Jupiter is gets exalted at 5 degrees Cancer, just below Gemini. So it's owned by the lordship of Cancer is the moon. And of course, it's not a straightforward answer as itself. Exalted Jupiter is good. House owner is the moon. Where is the moon in your chart? So you have to go, you just went 25% of the way. Another 25% is looking at the house owner where the moon is placed. So the moon could be in a place where it is not able to do any good for you, right? Or it's a full moon with a direct opposite position of the sun, and the moon itself is exalted in Taurus, for example. So you have Jupiter exalted, Moon exalted, and you're going through a Jupiter Dasa, good times for you. Then again, now going to the other 25%. You went 25% Jupiter placement exalted, 25% Moon placement, house owner placement, 25% done, another 25%. So now we're going to the 75% is you have to go through the Jupiter Dasa or Bhukti. It has to happen. That period has to happen for you. Maybe Jupiter Dasa happens when you're 82 years old. So what benefit it is that you're going to get $1 million business? You know, you're going to start $1 million corporation at age 82. Doesn't really make sense. There are exceptions to those rules. I understand that there are those who have only acclaimed fame and fortune after the 80s, mid 80s, late 80s. Exceptions to the rule, right? There, out of 7 billion people, maybe 10, 20 out of 7 billion are able to do that. We are not in the 7 billion. Perhaps you are. I wish you are, so you would know. Anyway, that's the other 25%. That period, Dasa Bhukti must happen. The last 25%, Jupiter itself. Is it an 8th house owner for you? For example, if you're a Taurus or a Rishabha Laknam person, Taurus Laknam is your first house. Taurus, naturally, Jupiter will own the Sagittarius and Pisces. Sagittarius is 8th house for Taurus. So that is Ashtamadhipati. He's the 8th house owner. He may be a nice person. He may be exalted, but it's an 8th house owner who is exalted. So what can you expect? The significance of the 8th house, which is what? Debt, as in financially debt, indebted with a bank or with someone that you borrowed money from. Debt, disease, sickness, enemies. Of course, Jupiter will do it in his element, in his character. He is not as quick-paced like the planet Mars. Mars is quick. Hence, Mars has got significance to road accidents, and also it represents red color, and hence it representing blood. So accidents is, the significator of accidents is the planet Mars. Again, Mars is malefic. So I hope I answered or have able to just give you a kickstart as to what it means for an exalted planet. Yes, planets may be exalted. The planet itself may be a benefic planet, natural benefic like Jupiter. But is Jupiter the 8th house owner? Where is the lordship of the house that Jupiter is occupying, which is Cancer, which is the moon? Where is moon? Is it Amavasa moon, full moon? Is moon next to Sani? Is moon in the same degree as Rahu? If-else statements, those who are in software engineering, in writing programs, you will come across something called if-else statement. If this is the conditions, perform this operation. Else, if it's not this, is something else, perform this operation. What is the combination of astrology except for millions of combinations of planets? Who is having drishti with whom? You know, which planet has the sight on you? Negative planet, positive planet. Is that planet moving forward or in retrograde? Where is the sun? Sun is one of the most important planets. It is the natural luminary planet, the sun, which is a star. But without the sun, there is no powering up of your chart. Your chart sort of dries out cold. So that is important. And a whole bunch of other combinations. Where is your Lakna Lord? Naturally, you would have one house, which is definitely going to be a first house. That house has a house owner. I mean, that house has an owner. Where is that owner? Positively placed, negatively placed, 6th house, 8th house, 12th house, in close proximity with an enemy or a friend or a neutral planet. Again, is that planet going forward or in retrograde? Where is the moon? Right? So many other combinations. So we cannot just answer a simple, straightforward question like, is exalted planet good for me? Yes, and most of the time, no, because we have to see the entire chart. So that is my answer. Now, the next question is from my YouTube comments. Okay. Oh, it's about Ashtama Sani. During Ashtama Sani, my wedding has been called off. Is this a natural thing? Will it happen? Will my wedding happen after the Ashtama Sani period? Yes, Sani is a significator to limit things. In some instances, he destroys things. Sani is the Karagan for, okay, limit is one thing. He is the Karagan or the significator of past karma. And Sani matures in everyone's chart roughly about 32 to 35 years of age. When that happens, you would suddenly feel like an adult, and the floodgates of the past is open, and the flow of past karma comes along, and you feel like you are sometimes choking with a lot of responsibilities, which is in turn, it is the debt as in you owe someone something, debt with the past, people with the past, souls of the past, even people who may be complete strangers to you, who come along and maybe swindle some money from you during Ashtama Sani, or someone has come and accused you of something, all of which is open and pouring down into your life at that time. So yes, Sani limits during Ashtama Sani. Sani limits what? He limits your ability to make income. He limits your family life. So if you're going to get married, or if you're already married, for those who are married going through Ashtama Sani time, Midhuna Rasi or the previous Taurus people, Rishabha Rasi natives, you would know how much of an impact it had on your family life. You would definitely know that. You would have experienced something. Suddenly, people don't understand you. Your spouse or partner doesn't understand you. Your kids are not following what you're saying. You may have been saying the same thing before Ashtama Sani, and there was a moment of credibility to your words, your voice had some value. Ashtama Sani, no. So finance is one thing, income, finance. Then you have family life, friends who were very friendly with you, who came to you for counsel and advice. Nowhere to be found. You are in the blind spots. Ashtama Sani is what? Typically a blind spot in your life, roughly 2.5 to 3 years. Most of the time, it happens at the most crucial age of your life, between 33 to 40 or 42. So you have about 10 years. It can happen that 2.5 years. If it comes at that time, it kind of breaks you down and builds you up anew. So wedding getting delayed is actually a good thing. I know it sounds very negative, but if you had gone through a wedding, you had got married, chances are it would have been a very short-lived marriage with limited understanding, a lot of accusations. You may lose your job right after getting married, and how good is that to you? You would be constrained, and then there'll be a lot of words will be thrown around, words that you are not happy or keen about, right? You would lose your sense of luck during Ashtama Sani. Any luck that was coming to you, you may go through a good Dasa Bhukti period, maybe the best Dasa Bhukti, but you're going through Ashtama Sani. all the luck is put on hold, again, blind spot. And then words like, you're an unlucky person and I got married to, will be unfortunately thrown into you, and you will not have the means to actually counter that. Because why? A lot of other events are happening subsequently in the Ashtama Sani period, which is not favorable, and it's tough. So wait it out right after Ashtama Sani. Give it 6 months after Ashtama Sani. Let the waves actually sort of dwindle and die down. After that, have your wedding planned. Also take it to a good astrologer, do the match, see what your partner or your future partner is also going through, and yeah, take it from there. That is my advice. There is no two person who's going to have the exact astrological chart. So there's no two opinions or advice by an astrologer for anyone. Even those Midhuna Rasi natives going through, both may be going through same Ashtama Sani at the same time, start and end is the same, but their own natural chart is different, correct? Their natal chart, their birth chart. So obviously what happens after Ashtama Sani has to be looked into. So that is the Q&A for today, and please bring forward your questions, your queries through the YouTube channel, in comments, send me an email. My email address is as below. Happy to look into them. Also, if you'd like me to look at your chart, please reach out to me again through the email below, and I will see you next time. So stay safe, keep healthy, body, mind, spirit. Take care, everyone.